What it do, people? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from Fort Worth, Texas. You know, I had to do a podcast no matter where I'm at. I want to apologize for the background noise. I'm currently recording from my phone, but always got to deliver the people the content, no matter what. First and foremost, let me give all praise and glory to the Most High. Highest His name, only name given to the children. Secondly, want to give a shout out to all those that have been tuning in, supporting, making the podcast what it is. The feedbacks, whether it's good or bad, I appreciate it. I embrace it. All I want to do is take this to the next level. The goal for me is to get Dame Dash on the platform. Yes, Dame Dash on the platform. That man has a lot of wisdom as far as business, and I feel like he is somebody we as colored people can relate to because he sticks to the G code and also can provide us with the blueprint to be self-sufficient. We're living in these times where self-sufficiency is the key. I stress that all the time. And it's very important that we start becoming our own bosses, because when individuals like the president or Dr. Satan, y'all call him Fauci, y'all call him Satan, come on these podiums and issue mandates and give people ultimatums. We have hundreds and thousands, even millions of people who are jobless because they do not want to comply or risk their health for a check. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to us. You understand? We are living in a so-called country that's protected by the Constitution that gives us the right to decide what we want to do with ourselves. If I want to do something to my body, I should make that choice. I don't care what's going on in the world. We only control and own our bodies. We don't own these corporations. We don't own these houses. We don't own these cars. We don't own nothing. The only thing that I know that I have control over is what goes in my body. And the fact that these individuals put it upon themselves to give us a mandate or ultimatums is beyond bonkers. So yes, I would love to have Dame Dash to come on and give the wisdom to not only me but to the people. All right. But on today's lesson, we're gonna talk about AI. AI, the artificial intelligence that got us, the people, automatically dumb. Are you dumb? Right? So, when I sit back, and some of you guys are young, some of you guys are older than me, but anybody that can remember America in the 90s, when you look back, you can see the IQ level of people, not just colored people, but just people in general, was high. You can see obesity was low. It was 1 out of every, let's say 1 out of 30 children who suffered from obesity, right? And everything that we've done, we went to the libraries, we read books, we did the whole shebang. Everything that we've done was to feed our brains. Fast forward to the creation of the iPhone. Yes, I say the iPhone because the iPhone was the first phone that came out with something called apps. And with the apps, also created a platform for developers, technical developers, those that are invested in technology, to create certain things to make life easy for people. And now we fast forward to 2022. The the state of a nation, of a people, is at an all-time low when it comes to brain usage, IQ, understanding, reading, patience, tolerance. All of that has been distorted ever since the AI has become the norm in our households, in our lives, etc. Right? Why do I say that? And the reason why I even brought it up, because even for myself, I find myself forgetting how to spell certain words. Things that I used to know on a regular is becoming obsolete, if that makes any sense. I find myself having to say, hey Siri, how do you spell such and such? Hey Google, where is such and such? Now don't get me wrong, the AI does have its perks. Prime example, me being in Texas, a big ass state that it is, needing to go from A to B. We don't have access to the MapQuest, you know what I'm saying? So putting it in Google Maps and asking for directions, those are plus. You know, needing to find a place to eat are a plus. You know, needing to invest money and transfer money to the bank when I have to go to the bank. Like we have the perks, but it also has the flaws. And the flaws is the memory loss. The flaws is the dependency of these AIs. Like, people will go crazy if they don't have their phones. People will lose their wallets, won't go as crazy as they would if they lost their phone. This is a fact. The artificial intelligence has made us automatically dumb. We have been dumbed down. Dumbed down, lazy, overweight, out of shape, and damn sure lost faith because we have put our trust into these AIs. And the adversary knows that, and this is why he's implementing the things that he are implementing. It's by design, because they know that we can't live without our phones. All of us is affected behind it. I am, you know what I'm saying, family, friends, my loved ones, every single one of us. No matter what state you in, it's the same scenario. You find people on their phones scrolling. We wake up in the morning. Some of us don't even wake up and say thank you God for the wake up. We wake up, we go straight into our phones. We look to be entertained. We look to be we look for knowledge and wisdom, no matter what it is. But the fact that we give the artificial intelligence more of our times than we even do for ourselves. This is a fact. And it's getting to the point where we're so dumbed down. And even the former president, Barry Santos, aka Barack Obama, that's his name, Barry Santos, you could look that up. Even he said that the people isn't strong enough to handle freedom. The government feels that because we're so dumbed down, they have to direct our minds and dictate what's good or what's bad. They have to do that. We lost that privilege because we have been so dumbed down. When you look up the statistics and the IQ level of colored people, or just America alone, we are at the bottom of the totem pole. We are at the bottom when it comes to education, history, scientists, doctors. We are at the bottom. Here in the colored community, we don't even desire to seek great things no more. You know what I'm saying? I remember being young saying, yo, when I get older, I want to be a doctor. Or I want to be a lawyer. Like, these are the conversations we had amongst our peers, even though we didn't fulfill it. But these are conversations that we have. We're living in the times now where people don't want to do that. People don't want to go invest time into school. That's too much. You know, everybody wants that easy, quick, simple, get it, keep it pushing. And I understand. But at the same time, while things is becoming easy for us, it's also dumbing us down as a people. especially here in the community. Like I said, we don't want to be the doctors and lawyers. We want to be the rappers and trappers, the gang bangers and the block slingers. You know what I'm saying? Nobody or the booth singers. You know, everybody want to just sing a song and want to be entertained and be entertainers. And not to mention with this whole social media platform and the uprise of something like TikTok, where you find grown folks having to dance all the time. Dance moves that you ain't never heard before. Things that we would never have done. Just being in the hood, we would have never been doing this. But now it's become a norm. Like I said in my previous podcast, I remember driving and seeing a mother pregnant, having her child probably 3 years old, pregnant, having the phone posted on the corner of a light pole and wanting to do the dance, and literally had an aggressive, how can I say, took an aggressive manner towards her child, because her child was like, "Mommy," you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we at. And she was highly frustrated behind that. It's like, yo, you see me doing something? What's wrong with you? So just imagine all of that. And all of that is contribute to the AI. It's to the AI. And now that the AI has become the norm in our lifestyle, the norm in our house, the norm when you go to the store, when you go to school, schools is using more AI than pens and pads. My children are told to bring an iPad or a laptop. You know what I'm saying? I remember growing up, you only used a laptop or a computer in computer class. Everything, you had to write it down, remember, you had to put in work. Now, you don't got to do nothing. They got apps now that you don't even have to learn proper English. You could just write whatever and have the app correct everything for you. Sometimes when I write, I deliberately challenge myself and say, "Nah, this don't sound right. Let me dig deep into my thoughts to figure out, to remember how I was taught in English class." We're not doing that no more. We got things like Grammarly that you just write things down and they say, "Oh no, take this word out, put this in, put that out." This is artificial intelligence, I'm telling you. Artificially, the AI, the artificial intelligence is automatically making us dumb. Are you dumb? We're dumbed down. We dumbed down. And me being here in Texas, the Lone Star State, everybody's overweight. Oh Lord, sweet baby G's. They looked at us and they could tell we ain't from here. We just shape different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's overweight, and I get it. I understand. You don't have to do nothing because everything is in the palm of your hand, which is your phone, which is your internet. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen. When Uber Eats came out, it was over for society. When I seen Uber Eats for McDonald's, I was like, "Oh, it's over." You don't gotta get out your crib to go to McDonald's. You can get a Big Mac delivered to your front door with fries and a milkshake. Oh yeah, it's over. Judgment is around the corner. Are you dumb? So when I noticed that, that's when I knew, like, it's about to get real bad for us. And just being here in Texas, I'm able to see that. You know what I'm saying? But at least here, I'm not gonna lie, being here, being in restaurants, I see a lot more socializing amongst each other than I see in New York. In New York, everybody will be at a table and everybody will be at their phones. I remember somebody had a birthday party. It was a birthday celebration. The birthday person is on their phone. They're on their phone. The mother's on their phone. The sister's on their phone. And when the person came out with the cake, they said, "Happy birthday." They blew the cake, went right back to their phone. And I'm starting to realize that they put these devices in our communities deliberately to dumb us down. And I got something I want to say to these newly parents on this earth, right? You giving your child a tablet at a young age and allowing them to listen to riddle songs like Old McDonald's. Like, is it riddle songs or medleys or whatever? The fact that you are allowing these children to do that, you think that you're doing a good deed, but in reality, you're damaging your child. You're making your child become absorbed to the artificial intelligence. Yes, I'm saying it because what you're doing is you're creating that it is normal for a child to be in front of a device, and as he or she gets older, they will become dependent on that device, and a lot of us is affected behind this, especially the 2000 babies, those that was born into this technology. Oh yeah, they're gonna be affected. They don't know how it is to be outside for days, weeks with no level of technology. And that's why for us, I know when the day that comes, if the grid was to ever go down, the people that's gonna go nuts and crazy are going to be the ones that never went outside to do the normal things as a child, like play manhunt, double dutch, skip, none of that. Tic-tac-toe, none of that. Checkers, none of that. They're going to be that generation that don't know. And there's going to be those that's going to go crazy, that's going to cause chaos. It's going to be them, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be those that don't know the struggle with eating peanut butter and jelly for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, late night snack. They don't know about that. They know, mommy, I'm hungry. I want this for breakfast. I'm going to order that for lunch. I'm going to get this for dinner. And when for late night, I'm going to go order Stone Cold, whatever ice cream that place called. And I'm going to get me a Stone Cold ice cream. And I'm going to eat that, smoke a blunt, go to sleep, wake up, tremendously fat. Are you dumb? This is what it is. The artificial intelligence has automatically made us dumb. Are you dumb? And this is my saying, are you dumb? I say this all the time. Are you dumb? I'm watching a society become less hands-on, less control, and allow artificial to dictate everything for them. Even the Tesla cars, you could just push in a button and say, I don't want to drive, and the car will take you to your destination. Yes, we have gotten to the point where we don't even want to drive. We thinking it's cool. Yo, my car can drive by itself. Did you not see iRobot? Did you see when Will Smith was starting to crack the Da Vinci Code? They pressed the button, that car tried to kill him. Them dudes pulled up. These things is real. Y'all thinking these things are just movies. These things are real. Like I tell everybody, there's no way there's a director wakes up in the morning and say, yo, I am going to write about such and such, unless they already know it and say, yo, I'm going to create something about that. You have to see it to create something. I'm gonna make a basketball movie if I've never seen basketball before. Think about that, right? I'm gonna see a love story if I've never witnessed love before. How are you going to be able to do that? So you have to be exposed to that. You have to see it. They blind us by saying it's sci-fi, but look at how the sci-fi is making its way outside in your everyday lives. Are you dumb? This is a fact. This is a fact. The artificial intelligence has automatically made us dumb. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Let's issue a challenge. I should put this on Instagram. Let's go 2 days. No technology. 2 days, no phone. Let's go 1 day, no Wi-Fi. My whiz put me on a plane and said, no Wi-Fi for you. Read a book. I looked out. I was like, are you dumb? But then when I sat back and I thought about it, I was like, damn, she right. That book is a dub. I mean, The Wi-Fi's a dub. I gotta read a book. The fact that, the fact that that's a discussion to be had was mind-boggling to me. That was an executive decision right there. You gotta respect that. That was an executive decision. Said no, the executive order is you go read a book. And sure enough, I read a book. And listen, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not affected behind it. My hand was itching. I was like, damn, I really can't. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing something so long. It's just a custom. It's like, damn, I really can't just grab my phone and go on Instagram or watch a video on YouTube or even edit and post content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just been taking videos, vlog trips. Like, hey, this is my experience. I didn't take my iPhone to this other spot that we went to, but at the same time, I get it. I understand it. You feel me? And it's very important that we really issue these challenges. We gotta challenge ourselves. We're becoming too dumbed down. We're becoming too dependent. You know what I'm saying? Dependency on something is a sickness, man. It's a disease. You shouldn't be dependent on anything. The only person that you should be dependent on is God. You shouldn't have dependency on anything. And I'm talking about an object. We're supposed to depend on each other. I'm supposed to depend on my loved one, just like the loved one's supposed to depend on me. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like everyday usage of objects. We shouldn't be dependent on it. And the fact that we are, you see the condition that we are at. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention the destruction that these things also have caused, because these platforms or these devices has given the avenue for suckers to feel tough, to give opinions on things they don't have no validation or qualifications for. And people run with that. A lot of these dudes, whether they're influencers or whatever, a lot of these dudes were suckers, bro. You can tell that they was never outside. The things that they talk about, the things that intrigue them, it's like, y'all just weird. But when you have artificial intelligence, which have these nerds master it, the nerds is winning. The nerds is winning because this is their realm. When the real ones like myself was outside doing chaos, they was in their house playing video games and being on a computer, C++ class, and now here they are. They are out here. They're the ones that's winning, while the brothers like ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We fighting day in, day out to hold on to the pureness of being a real brother or being a real sister, talking about real things, talking about things like this, like how the AI has made us automatically dumb. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it. They ain't gonna like it, but you'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? You'll be alright. Because when push come to shove, you're gonna sit back and listen to this and you're gonna be like, nah, so my son June was right, bro. We out here wilding. We can't remember things. We need directions. We ask. You know what I'm saying? Listen. And listen, don't get me wrong. It has its perks. It has its perks. You can see what's going on all across the world. You can gain information. I've gained more knowledge of self and colored people and health tips and workout tips and just pregnancy tips and cooking tips, drinking water tips. I learned a lot just off this device alone. But I also know that this device also has caused us to then not want to do the physical labor of learning. We don't want to read no more. We want these things to give us quick snippets, quick viewpoints, like a PowerPoint. Look at it, see it, feel it. That's good. On to the next. Our patience has wear thin because of AI. Because AI has made everything so convenient, hands-on, delivered right to your front door, that I don't have the tolerance to sit there and watch something or hear something. I don't have to do that no more. I don't have to be in a class for 3 hours to learn something that I can go on social media or YouTube and learn this joint and probably master it faster than whoever. But also, I may not even understand it because I'm not getting the foundation, the fundamentals. And this is what the artificial intelligence has taken away from us. The fundamentals of learning, understanding, being appreciative. It took that away. It took that away. The dude that owns Tesla, he's ready to put robots. He's saying, listen, we're going to put this robot in your house. You don't even got to do chores no more. Facts. You can look these things up. You're not even gonna have to wash dishes. You're gonna tell this robot to come in your house. Listen, the way that these things gonna operate, the way that they gonna want this in everybody's house, they probably gonna give it away for free. They're gonna give it away for free. Don't that remind you of iRobot? I'm telling you, these things is for real. But we gotta gain control. And I feel like the only way we're going to gain control is when the grid goes down, when there's no more dependency on the phone, no more dependency on the internet, the Wi-Fi. Like, we're really going to have to work with each other. Praise the Most High, where, every October, mid-September to October, we go to Tabernacles, and at Tabernacles, we're living in tents. We're in the wilderness. We're outside. Like, we're not ordering food. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here. Shout out to my big bro Garvey. He out here skinning the chicken, showing us how to chop the head off. Like things like, you like, whoa. But these are things that's needed to be taught. We need to understand these things, because if we don't do these things, you understand? When the push come to shove, because we're so dependency on this AI, wherever these heathens or this system put into place, you're going to comply. You're going to run to their institutions, and their institutions might have requirements that may go against your beliefs, may go against your principles, may go against your moral code, may go against. But when you're so dependent on something, I know that a lot of people is going to comply. And I witnessed that last year when they implemented these mandates. I witnessed it. And you know they always pushing an agenda after Labor Day. I'm telling you, they let all you colored people get all the fun. Yeah. Get all the unemployment. Yeah. Get all the relaxation, yeah, and says all of y'all going back to work, but in order for y'all to get to work, you got to get the squirt. Are you done? You know why they're able and capable of doing that? Because they know that mentally we're off, physically we're soft, spiritually we're lost. They know all of that. So when they know this, and they study it, and they paying attention to the hours that we spend on our devices, they say, nah, they can't live without it. So let's start implementing things. Let's start putting their freedom to the back burner, and let's start bringing in the artificial intelligence to monitor and dictate these people's lives. This is a fact, and I'm just gonna leave it as that, man. I challenge everybody to go a day with no Wi-Fi, go a day without no Instagram, go a day without using your phone. And you know what? Come next week, Sabbath, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm going to stay to myself. I'm not going to bother nobody until from Friday night to Saturday night. I'm going to leave my phone alone. That's the challenge for me. If anybody want to get aboard and do that challenge, shoot me a message. let me know and say, yo, I'm in, and we're gonna do this together. But after that, you already know what it is. It's your brother man from the motherland. I came to you guys live. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original Jew by blood, not by conversion. You know I'm out here splurging with the what? With the word. So I believe it as that, man. You guys stay blessed, stay sucker free, and always remember, you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Are you dumb?